Hello, I hope this finds you well. Today is Friday, April 28th, 2017, and in about 3 minutes, I will share with you a brief overview of the market performance in the first quarter of this year. And I'm going to nerd out a little bit about the current divergence we are seeing between the hard and the soft data. Don't worry, I will explain, and please stay with me. Stocks had a strong start to 2017. The S&P 500 posted an impressive 6.1% total return during the first quarter, the sixth consecutive quarterly increase that we have seen. The gains, which were mainly concentrated in January and February, with March essentially flat, were driven by a combination of an improving economic backdrop and optimism surrounding the pro-growth policies out of Washington. The pause that we saw in March was mainly due to the failure of the ACA replacement to go through Congress, and that is making markets reconsider the scope and timing of the Trump agenda. International and emerging market stocks outperformed the US based on the MSCI indices and the S&P 500. As you know, the Federal Reserve, or the Fed, increased short-term interest rates in March. However, long-term interest rates ended up declining over the quarter. This is known as a flattening of the yield curve, and it serves as a reminder that the Fed only controls short-term interest rates, the market controls long-term interest rates. So now I'm going to nerd out a little bit on this divergence we are seeing between hard and soft data. And let me start with what on earth is hard and what on earth is soft data. In short, hard data is actual levels of economic activity. Think employment, durable goods orders, housing starts, just to name a few data points. Soft data refers to how people feel about the direction of the economy. Consumer sentiment readings, for example, right now are currently near multi-year highs. Small business owners are also feeling optimistic according to the surveys. So what's the problem? This sounds great, right? Well, the problem is, while the soft data or the sentiment data is strong, we have not seen the hard data or the actual numbers match the improving sentiment yet, maybe. At this point, the big question is, will the improving sentiment indicators translate into actual improvement in data? And the short answer is, we don't know yet, and we won't know until after we see what the Trump administration and Congress actually gets passed. Thank you for taking the time to watch this, as always, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Take care.